Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes, and today we're talking hoops. We're talking about San Antonio Spurs, y'all. And the rumor is that the Atlanta Hawks are interested in Derek White, man. They're interested in Derek White. Could Derek White be a pivotal piece to a John Collins trade, baby?
Timeout. Cooper on the lob and up top to John Collins. What a play!
And don't get me wrong, man. I respect Derek White and what he brings to the team defensively. We weren't doing very well without him when he was out with health protocols. He's a big part of this squad, and I was just getting used to Murray and him playing together. But man, it's John Collins.
Damn.
Could you imagine Murray with the leap he's taken with John Collins up front, man? That'd be a dynamic duo, man. That'd be a better duo than Rocket and Groot. That'd be a better duo than MJ and Peter. Listen, John Collins and DeJounte Murray on the same team will be a better duo than Goku and Vegeta, y'all. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, man. You gotta explore this trade if it's real, if it's a possibility. I know the Hawks want more than just Derek White. They probably want another player along with a first-round pick. So it's a gamble on both ends. You know, I kind of want to keep that first-round pick if we can. Maybe we can get it protected. You know, perhaps if it's top 5, we can keep it. You know, but that giving up that pick is more serious to me than giving up Derek White, if I'm being honest. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, I'm gonna jump straight into the video. And I just want to say that this is nothing personal against Derek White. I actually like him as a player. He will be missed if this rumor is true. But when you think about how the Spurs are currently constructed, and I talk a lot about this on the channel, we have a lot of wing players. We have a lot of guards. That's why the Forbes trade wasn't a complete surprise. You know, we still have a lot of wings, you know. So if you're going to experiment or take a risk, it has to be with one of the wing players. We don't have the bigs to give up, or we don't have bigs that anybody wants, but we got plenty of wing players. You know, when you think about Derek White brings a lot to the team, but can we honestly say that Vassell, maybe with another year or two under his belt, can't bring the same thing that Derek White has been bringing? Has Derek White peaked? You know, Vassell in less time has kind of mirrored Derek White in a lot of ways, okay? And when you think about that, and you think about possibly keeping a Lonnie Walker, and when you think about Primo, you know, rising up the ranks, you know, Derek White, the oldest player on the team, you know, he's not ancient, don't get me wrong, 27, 28, the highest paid person on the team, you know, with the highest salary, edging out DeJounte. You know, do you roll the dice to get a John Collins? You know, a John Collins that isn't going to be available in free agency for the next 5 years. A John Collins that may be a tad bit, you know, overpaid. But we got to remember who we are. And we got to remember our history. We are not a hot destination for free agents. So, like, we're freeing up all this cap space. But for who? For who? And when you look at the free agency market, it's no one really that's turning your head. You know, it's no one available that's just gonna make us a bona fide contender overnight. Really, no one. It's a changing of the guard going on in the NBA. You know, LeBron and company, they're getting old. They're about to leave. You know, the league is starting to belong to Morant. You know, Curry still has some runs in them. You know, those type of players, and none of those guys are available. So you got to think, how can we get better? And you get better through taking risks or possibly pulling the trigger on a trade like this. It's not the most popular trade in the world. It's not a slam dunk. It's a bit of a risk involved because you're giving up a first round pick and a pretty good draft coming up. And, you're giving up a key player, and you're getting a player in return that is, a bit unproven when it counts. I mean, he's put up great stats. He's put up, 12 rebounds. He's put up, almost 20 points a few years ago. And he's been consistently doing like 18 points and 9 rebounds for the most part. Can he be a glue guy? Can he be a leader for the Spurs? Will he fit with the organization? Can he be coached? Can he take criticism? All of these are questions about John Collins. Not saying he has a history of being a cancer or anything, but man, we don't know what the future holds, especially when you get into that Spurs system. Will it make him a better player, or will it dampen his skills? Who knows? And I get it, man. You're kind of giving up the best defensive backcourt, one of the best defensive backcourts in the league, if you do this. But we're not necessarily seeing the results in the win column as with this backcourt. So you gotta kind of really think about where we are as a team, and it looks like we have good players with good work ethics, that are willing to, sacrifice their game, work in the system. But we're kind of hitting a plateau where we're saying, okay, where's the talent going to come from? We got the pieces, we got all the pieces, but the talent portion. So John Collins or someone like him would help us in that category with the talent. So nowadays, with Murray playing very well, almost averaging a triple-double, you can maybe take this risk and, try to trade, a Derek White for a better talented player. Not necessarily like, that's just dramatically better than Derek White. But, I think it's safe to say that John Collins hasn't hit his ceiling quite yet. And Derek White might have, if that makes sense, And who knows? Derek White might turn on. And we may be a different team, perhaps, if Derek White is averaging, that 20 points per game, takes his offense to the next level. That may come next year. It's just so many questions surrounding this team. You just don't know. I don't think it's really a right or wrong answer when you're dealing with the San Antonio Spurs these days, because, it's obvious that we need to do something. We can't keep doing the same thing, hoping for different results. But then, who do you get rid of? A lot of people are saying, hey, let Lonnie Walker walk. And that's all fine and dandy, but with Lonnie's contract as it currently is constructed, he's not going to be a really good trade piece anyway. It would have to be someone like Derek White or DeJounte Murray, for us to get someone of value in return. And that's just how trades work. You can't trade, someone on a rookie contract, someone with a max contract. You got to make the numbers work. So, this is a tough one, man. This is a tough one. But I honestly think the Spurs have to strongly consider this. Because, again, unless we just know we're going to get the draft, that we deserve, the draft pick we deserve, I won't put all my eggs in the free agency hat, because there's not a lot of people out there, and then a lot of people don't come to San Antonio. That's just the reality of the situation. So you get better by doing something like a John Collins trade. It doesn't necessarily have to be this trade, but something like it probably would be a wise thing to do. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Let me know in the comment section, do you think this would be a good trade? And again, this is a rumor, pure speculation. We don't know for sure. But if this was on the table for the San Antonio Spurs, would you expect them to roll the dice and take this deal? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.